Hello, SKELEVADERITES, park builders, theme park enthusiasts, and fans of immersive experiences. Welcome back to the Yesterday, Tomorrow, and Fantasy channel with your host, Skelevator. I'm going to take you out to the garage. Why am I going to do that? Well, because that is the place where I've been spending a lot of time over the last 4 months building these gigantic immersive play sets and documenting all of that and posting regularly on my regular Skelevator channel in preparation for sending them off to the folks that commissioned them, who happen to run a toy museum out in Arcola, Illinois. Anyways, I'm going to take you out there. We're going to talk about the experience of having made these things, and then I'm going to show you some footage and take you down memory lane. I don't want to show you too much because you really should go over to the main Skelevator channel and watch parts 1 through 17 that show you all the stages that I went through to make them. But because you're on the YTF channel, which means you are probably already a Skelevator subscriber and you decided to commit to this other channel of mine, and you're one of the first 40 or so subscribers, I want to reward you all with showing you some footage of the builds that I've only shown on Patreon. I do these weekly vlogs on my Patreon, and that's where Skelevaderites and park builders can engage with me on a weekly basis in these vlogs that I do over there. But I'm going to show it to you all here because I know that you're interested in immersive experiences, and it's like my own way of building a miniature amusement park in the garage. No matter how much I want to hold on to these things, I'm glad that they belong to somebody else because they took up the entirety of the garage. Anyways, enough of this chit chat. Let's go out to the garage, take a little trip down memory lane, and let's get lost.
This is where the world of today is left behind. For now we enter the land of yesterday and tomorrow, and of course the land of fantasy.
Okay, let's go into this garage here and take a look at this massive space within which I have been spending the last 4 months building giant Masters of the Universe play sets for the Masters of All Toys Museum out in Arcola, Illinois. You know, it's a regular, basically a one-car garage. I suppose you can fit 2 cars in here, but really it's a one-car garage because we have, we have to store things in here. But here are my supplies. To be honest with you, it's a little sad to be in here without these giant builds in here, but there's my old Castle Grayskull that I made, my very first one. So when I started my main Skelevator YouTube channel 6 years ago and 500 videos ago, I started it because I was making this thing in the backyard. Let's get a little bit of a better look. Yeah, I was working on this in the backyard and my daughters were like, you should start a YouTube channel. And I did that, and then the channel has just been a sort of hobby ever since. And now that I've started this new channel, I'm really excited to expand my interests elsewhere. As an artist, I do have interests that go beyond Star Wars, Masters of the Universe, and Sesame Street, and Saturday morning cartoons, and the 80s era stuff that I grew up with. In fact, as you probably know from this channel, I'm very interested in Disneyland. So Walt Disney's Disneyland. Pretty much everything up until his passing. I do also appreciate Disney films and content. Everything pretty much up to the Black Cauldron. I am a fan of the Black Cauldron. I've always enjoyed going to zoos and going to theme parks and to immersive experiences, and that's basically why this other channel, YTF with your host Skelevator, exists, because I want to take you all along on these journeys with me. You've already seen that in the first several videos, but now that I'm getting back into the game a little bit, now that I've finished this gigantic project that took up all this space. So now that I'm getting back into being able to take a trip every once in a while, I'm delighted to take you all with me. So unlike many other travel style vlogs on YouTube, I don't post on a daily basis. I'm not going to be posting you know, where the newest popcorn bucket is going to be found in the park and stuff like that. I'm not about the news. I happen to know some history of some of the stuff that I'm going to visit. However, these journeys are mainly about appreciating the immediate space that I've entered into and finding the joy in that and sharing it with you. So I hope that you'll all continue to go on these YTF journeys with Skelevator, and each time we go on this journey together, we'll get lost in yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. So without further ado, I'm excited to share some YTF exclusive footage with you all, stuff that I've only shown over on the Patreon page of these builds and my experience making immersive experiences for a client. Okay, testing it out. Look at this. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, that's cool. Look at those lava falls. Looking good. Nice. It's not showing up very well in this video, but there's a lot of glitter happening here.
Oh my God, here it comes. Holy sh... David, have you seen these? Yeah, man, it's crazy. Oh my God. Ron, you were a mad scientist. Jesus. Holy heavens. It needs to be bigger. I don't know how. My God. That is insanity. Oh, this direction. You're probably taking on. Oh, it's just the you are. Oh, you're doing it? Yeah. I'm going to try to make it. Yeah, there's still I'll bring it back to you. That's yours. This is yours. 4 months. And that was over there. Okay, there's a little space up here. Tell me about it. Dude. Well, wildlife. You're just kidding, wait. Initiate 4 months here. And so I'm working like a maniac for MotuOriginsCork, and then we shipped out to India. I just had and they're inspired by the toys, mini comics. All right, folks. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.